Hey, why not?
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans, NBA fans, Wemby fans, Kai Sotto fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. I was looking on my phone this morning and I saw the news that Kai Sotto will be joining the NBA Summer League soon, and I thought to myself, what if the San Antonio Spurs gave him a look and possibly signed him? Now, time out. I'm not saying the combination of Wemby and Kai will be as good as David Robinson and Tim Duncan or better. This is just a fun hypothetical video that popped in my head and I want to talk to you guys about it this morning. While I'm doing so, drop a comment down below. Would you like the San Antonio Spurs to give Kai a chance? They have nice international history with Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili. They've got another international player coming. So would you want Kai Sotto to get signed by the Spurs? Hit the thumbs up if you like support the channel and subscribe for more NBA Spurs content. Quick disclaimer for those of you that may ask, Kai Sotto cannot enter the NBA draft this year. He already entered the draft last year. He was undrafted. He cannot enter the draft this year. So for Kai to get to the NBA, he's going to have to sign a regular contract or a two-way contract. But let me get into Kai fans. I know there's going to be a lot of Kai fans probably watching this video. What prompted this video? Well, this is the article that I saw this morning. They said Kai is only 21 years old and he has shown marked improvement in his all-around game after playing in the NBL and most recently the Japan B League. Okay? In regards to that Japan B League, in 19 games with the Hiroshima Dragonflies, cool name, Sotto logged 19.1 minutes per game and averaged about 9 points, 6 rebounds, and 1.4 assists. He shot 52% from the field and about 76% from the free throw line, so he's a good shooter. Sort of. He can't shoot the three. He only shot 11%. That's something he can work on, and I think it's still okay, even in today's NBA, to have a center that doesn't shoot threes left and right and make them. That being said, there is considerable appetite among teams that need size and a nimble big man who can protect the rim. And if the Spurs were to sign Kai Sotto and develop him into a starting center for the Spurs, with Victor Wembanyama, who we are going to pick next month, number 1 overall, probably going to play at power forward, that would give the Spurs, I gotta think, the biggest front court in NBA history with 2 players 7'4" or above. So good luck trying to score in the paint. Now, why I personally think this would be a good idea for the Spurs to sign Kai. 1, they have 3 two-way contracts. That's right. This year in the NBA, you don't have just 2 two-way contracts. You have 3, which means the Spurs could sign Kai Sotto and place him in the G League with the Austin Spurs. The international success we've had with prior players like Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker, drafting an international player. This would bring crazy international attention to the San Antonio Spurs. You have the country of France with its population of 68 million. You got to think a large percentage of them are tuning in. Then you have the nation of the Philippines with their population of about 114 million. And I know you guys love basketball. A very, very more higher percentage will be tuning the Spurs games there. So it would be great attention for the Spurs. Admittedly, it would be great attention for my channel. Not going to lie. But the real reason, too, that prompted me to think, let's take a chance in Kai Sotto, is the Spurs last season brought some players on the roster that I totally disregarded. And I know there's fans out there that totally disregard Kai Sotto. We brought in, for instance, first player, Julian Champagnie. Played a couple games with Detroit last season, I believe. Showed nothing. Didn't really know a thing about him. I was like, ho-hum, this is a guy we signed to fill the roster. Who cares? Well, who cares? Me and a lot of San Antonio Spurs fans. Because as the season progressed at the end, this kid showed us he belonged in the NBA and that he can ball. He can nail the three. A guy that went from being to I want him back on the team next year. Sandro Mamakhelishvili, another player that we got. And I was just like, ho-hum. But with his play last season, maybe go, you know what? I think I want to bring him back next season too. And even Dominic Barlow, 19-year-old, that played in the G League Ignite, I believe. Pretty much showed me nothing. Didn't really care if we brought him back. But the last few games started to show me, you know what? He's developing in our system. And a lot of our guys developed in our system this year. Great example would be Jeremy Sohan, who at the start of the season had me going, oh boy, he's a 19-year-old rookie. And that was pretty much what I thought. I was like, he's struggling. And as the season progressed, he showed us just such amazing development in his game. Why can't Kai Sotto be a player the San Antonio Spurs sign, place him in the G League, develop him, and then one day he becomes a great backup center for the Spurs or a starting center? Could he be a diamond in the rough? Maybe, maybe not. You'll never know. But this is something that I would be intrigued in. And again, worst case scenario, it would draw a lot of new fans to my channel and other Spurs content creators. As I close the video, I do want to ask the Kai Sotto fans, my Filipino viewers, in looking at some recent Kai Sotto videos. First off, this is not a video saying the Spurs are signing him. I do not represent the San Antonio Spurs. There's a lot of misleading Kai videos that say Kai's getting signed. This is not that type of video, so I don't want you to think that. This is just a fun video that popped in my head this morning that I wanted to talk to you guys about. In regards to Kai Sotto and the comments I've seen about him, a lot of you believe that he's the real deal and he can succeed in the NBA. I also see some negativity towards him who say that he just doesn't have the talent and he's just all hype and nothing more than that. Then some fans that kind of fall in between. And I want to ask you, do you think Kai Sotto can make it in the NBA and why? I truly want to hear your opinion because I've only seen a little of his play, and the little bit I've seen, I've liked and enjoyed and saw talent there, but I haven't seen every game. And I'm sure there's many of you watching this video that have seen most of his games, if not all his games. So is he the real deal, or is it just the hype machine because he would be the first full-blooded Filipino player to ever get in the NBA? So it's just hype. That being said, it's an exciting time to be a San Antonio Spurs fan with a draft next month, drafting Wemby. There'll be obviously a lot of Spurs content over the summer from me. Any free agent news, trades, rumors, I'll address that. Obviously, I'm covering the NBA draft itself. And I'll plan on covering some games in the Summer League, plan on covering some of the preseason. I'll probably cover all the Summer League games and all the preseason. I'm excited. This is the most excited I've been as a Spurs content creator since I started covering the Spurs, because I started covering them in 2019, and they've only been a losing team each year I've covered them. And the media has given us no attention in those 4 years, except for maybe when there was a trade. And I can see that, the excitement in the fans with this draft coming up. It's fueling me too. As your excitement fuels my excitement. And I'm so happy to be part of this Spurs community, and I can't wait to see what happens later this season or throughout the year. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great weekend. And as always, go Spurs, go!